Hello everyone, welcome to my channel B&B CBS Gossip 24. Steffy comes home. The jet from Milan touched down just after dawn, the rising sun pouring gold across the Los Angeles skyline. Inside, Steffy Forrester sat poised and still, fingers wrapped around a cup of cooling espresso. The hum of the engine seemed to echo her own heart, steady but restless. It had been 6 months since she'd left California behind, seeking peace for herself and the children. Yet no amount of distance could keep Forrester drama from finding her. Her phone had buzzed for days with half-sent messages, RJ worried, Hope apologetic, Finn cautious, and one name threading through all of it, Luna. Steffy's jaw tightened at the memory of the last article she'd read. Forrester intones scandalous romance rocks fashion house. She had closed the magazine, thrown it aside, and booked her flight. Now, as the wheels screeched against LA concrete, she whispered to herself, no one tears my family apart. Not again. Homecoming. Finn waited just beyond customs, his white coat traded for dark jeans and an easy smile that never quite hid the worry in his eyes. When Steffy stepped through the glass doors, he breathed out a laugh of relief and pulled her close. You really came back, he said against her hair. Did you think I'd let you face this chaos alone? She teased, then drew back, studying him. How bad is it? He hesitated, the doctor's composure slipping. Bad enough that everyone's walking on eggshells. RJ's a mess. Hope's pretending to be fine. And Luna, well, she's trying to convince everyone her past doesn't define her. Steffy's gaze sharpened. You mean her romance doesn't define her? Who was it, Finn? Tell me. He exhaled slowly. We're not sure. There are rumors that it wasn't just RJ. That someone else, someone close to the family, was involved before him. Steffy felt the air thin around her. Who? Finn shook his head. We don't know yet. But it's tearing everyone apart. Steffy's lips curved in that determined Forrester line. Then it's time someone reminded them what family really means. At Forrester Creations. By mid-morning, the Forrester offices buzzed with energy, fabric swatches everywhere, interns racing past, and that faint scent of perfume and ambition that clung to every hallway. When Steffy walked in, conversations stopped. Designers froze mid-stitch. Even the elevator seemed to sigh. Steffy. Hope's voice cut through the silence, warm but uncertain. You're back early. Steffy smiled politely. Early for a vacation, late for a crisis. Hope's smile faltered. You've heard, then. I've heard enough. Steffy's eyes swept the room until they landed on Luna. The young woman stood by the design boards, slender and trembling, a folder clutched like a shield. Their eyes met, two storms colliding. Miss Forrester, Luna managed, her voice small but steady. Luna. Steffy crossed the room, every inch the executive who carried her family's name like armor. We'll need to talk. RJ, hovering near the sketches, moved forward quickly. Steffy, please, don't do this here. Steffy's tone softened for her brother. RJ, I'm not here to embarrass anyone. But I need to understand what's happening. Forrester Creations is a family business, and lately the family part seems to be in short supply. Luna's fingers tightened on her folder. I never meant to hurt anyone. I just... Steffy raised a hand. Not here. My office. 10 minutes. Bill and Katie. Across town, sunlight streamed through Spencer Publications. Bill Spencer stood by the floor-to-ceiling window, his reflection sharp against the skyline. Behind him, Katie placed a fresh cup of coffee on the table. You've been quieter than usual, she said softly. Should I be worried? Bill turned, a small smile tugging at his mouth. Only if you think I've forgotten how to be happy. Katie arched a brow. That would be a first. He moved closer. I meant what I said, Katie. I want to do better. For you, for Will, for us. She met his gaze, uncertain but moved. You've said that before. I know. He touched her hand gently. But this time, I'm not promising a grand gesture. I'm promising consistency. You'll see. Before she could answer, his phone buzzed. A text from Finn, Steffy's back. Things about to explode at Forrester. Bill frowned. Well, looks like the week's just getting started. The confrontation. Steffi's office gleamed, white marble, gold accents, the scent of orchids. When Luna stepped in, she looked small against all that brightness. "Close the door," Steffi said. Luna obeyed, clutching her folder. "Miss Forrester, Steffi," she corrected. "Let's not pretend we're strangers. You worked for this company. You were part of this family. So tell me, why did you think it was okay to get involved with my brother?" Luna flinched. "I love RJ." "Love," Steffi repeated, almost tasting the word. "You used that same word about someone else, didn't you?" Luna's eyes widened. "How do you?" "Because rumors travel faster than truth," Steffi said, pacing. "But I've learned something over the years. There's always a kernel of truth inside a rumor. So tell me, Luna, was there someone before RJ? Someone who could hurt this family if the truth came out?" Luna's lips parted, but no words came. Her silence was answer enough. Steffi stopped in front of her. "You may think this is about romance, but it's not. It's about loyalty. I won't let anyone, tear the Forresters apart again." Luna's voice cracked. "I never meant to. I swear." Steffi's eyes softened, just for a moment. "Then prove it. Tell me everything. Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. No more secrets." Luna nodded slowly, tears slipping down her cheeks. "I'll try." When she left, Steffi exhaled, pressing her hands to the desk. "What are you hiding, Luna?" she whispered. "And why does it already feel personal?" Final scene, Monday cliffhanger. Back at the design studio, Luna sat alone. She opened the folder she'd been holding all morning. Inside was a faded photograph, her mother standing beside a young man with familiar eyes. RJ's eyes. But it wasn't RJ. It was Ridge. Luna traced the edge of the picture, her heart hammering. "Oh, Mom, what did you do?" She didn't notice the reflection in the glass door, a figure watching from the hallway, camera phone raised, recording every word. Luna sat at her workstation, the photograph tucked deep in her purse, her heart thudding like a sewing machine needle. Every whisper in the hallway sounded like her name. "Are you okay?" RJ's voice startled her. He stood by her desk, looking rumpled but gentle, coffee in one hand, worry in his eyes. Luna tried to smile. "I didn't sleep much." "I can tell." He set the cup in front of her. "Steffi can be intense. She means well, but she doesn't know you like I do." Her chest ached at his kindness. "RJ, if she knew everything, she might be right to doubt me." He frowned. "What are you talking about?" Before she could answer, Steffi's sharp heels clicked down the hall. "Luna. My office. Now." RJ's hand squeezed hers in silent support as she stood. Scene 2, Steffi's office. The air in Steffi's office felt cooler today, deliberate. She gestured for Luna to sit, then folded her arms. "You said you'd tell me everything. So, talk." Luna's throat tightened. "There's something you need to see, but I swear it's not what it looks like." She reached into her purse, pulling out the worn photograph and sliding it across the desk. Steffi glanced down, and froze. "Where did you get this?" "It was in my mother's things. I found it when I was cleaning out her storage box years ago. I never thought much of it until now." Steffi's eyes darkened. "That's my father." "Yes," Luna whispered. "But it isn't what you think. My mother worked as a stylist for Forrester Creations in the early years. She adored your family, especially your father's creativity. They were close, but not like that. She told me he mentored her, helped her when no one else believed in her designs." Steffi's expression softened slightly, but suspicion lingered. "Then why keep the photo hidden?" "Because people twist things," Luna said, voice trembling. "They already think I got where I am because of who I've been with. I didn't want another reason for people to whisper." For a moment, Steffi said nothing. Then she sighed. "Maybe I overreacted." Luna looked up, startled. Steffi continued, quieter now. "You remind me of me when I started, always having to prove you're more than the gossip. Just, don't lie to me, Luna. If there's more, I need to hear it now." "There isn't," Luna said truthfully. Steffi nodded. "Then let's put this behind us." Relief flooded Luna. Too soon. Because at that moment, Hope appeared in the doorway, her phone in hand, eyes wide. Steffy, you need to see this. Scene 3, the leak. Hope set the phone on Steffy's desk and pressed play. A video loaded, grainy footage from the design studio last night. Luna's voice filled the room. Oh, Mom, what did you do? The camera panned to the photograph. Steffy's blood ran cold. Who recorded this? Hope shook her head. It was sent anonymously to multiple gossip blogs. We managed to stop a few, but not all. The story's already out there. Luna Nozawa, secret daughter of Ridge Forrester. Luna's face went pale. No. That's not true. My mother and Ridge, there was nothing between them. Steffy turned to her, torn between anger and pity. You just told me there wasn't, but this makes it look like you've been hiding something. I swear I haven't. Hope touched Luna's shoulder gently. We believe you, Luna. But perception is everything in this business. We have to control the narrative. Steffy's mind raced. Who would leak something like this? Scene 4, Bill and Katie. Across town, Bill set down his phone, the gossip headline glowing on the screen. Katie glanced up from her tablet. What's wrong? He handed it to her. Rumors about Luna and Ridge. And Steffy just came back. The Forresters are about to implode. Katie sighed. They'll weather it. They always do. Still, Bill murmured, his voice thoughtful, I don't like seeing Ridge's name dragged through the mud. Especially not if it hurts Steffy. Or Hope. Katie raised an eyebrow. Since when do you worry about Ridge? Since worrying about him keeps me from worrying about you, he said with a grin that didn't quite reach his eyes. Scene 5, The Confrontation, Part 2. Back at Forrester, Luna stood outside the office, tears threatening. RJ approached, confused and frustrated. What happened? They think I lied. That I'm Ridge's daughter. RJ's jaw clenched. That's insane. I know. But someone recorded me. I don't even know who. Steffy stepped out then, her expression unreadable. Luna, I'm not saying I believe the rumors, but we have to address this publicly. Ridge deserves to know before he reads it online. Luna's stomach twisted. You're going to tell him? I have to. No, please, at least let me explain first. I can prove it's a misunderstanding. Steffy hesitated. You have until the end of the day. After that, I'm telling my father everything. Luna nodded, fighting back tears. Then I'll find the truth before you do. Final scene, Tuesday cliffhanger. Later that evening, Luna sat alone in the design studio, the city lights flickering outside. Her laptop glowed with a single message from an unknown sender. You want to know who recorded you? Meet me tomorrow night. 8 p.m. The rooftop. Her hands shook as she read it again. Behind her, the air seemed to shift, cool, perfumed, a whisper of gardenia. Luna. She turned, heart racing, but the room was empty. Only her reflection stared back, eyes wide, terrified, and not entirely her own. Steffy Forrester pressed her palm against the glass door of the Forrester Mansion's terrace, staring out over the Los Angeles skyline. The night air held a gentle breeze, but inside her chest a storm roared. She had hoped that with her husband Finn by her side, and their son Hayes safe upstairs, the days of turmoil were behind her. But then Luna Nozawa had arrived, Finn's newly discovered daughter, and walked into the calm she'd built like a hurricane. Luna, beautiful, restless, unpredictable, had been cast into their lives with explosive force. When Finn revealed the secret of her parentage, Steffy had braced herself. She loved Finn fiercely. She loved their home. And she was determined to protect Hayes and their legacy. Yet Luna's presence upset every part of her world. You're keeping me away from my father, Luna had spat at Steffy. You're the one who made me disappear. What to watch? Steffy remembered the icy sting of that accusation. Later, Steffy would admit to Ridge, well, she may be Finn's daughter, but it doesn't erase what she did to me, Tom or Hollis. Soap Central. And what Luna did was troubling. She bought a gun with one goal, to remove Steffy from Finn's path. Celeb dirty laundry. +1. Sheila warned her, but did Luna listen? Of course not. Because the wrecking ball had been launched, and Steffy found herself ducking for cover. Tonight, Steffy exhaled quietly. She wore a silk robe, her hair damp from her shower, but bright eyes full of fear. Finn was upstairs discussing Hayes's first soccer season. She should have been happy. Instead she was waiting for Luna's next strike. The wedding plan. Days earlier, hope had blossomed instead of fear. Finn and Steffy had decided to renew their vows. After everything, Luna's betrayal, the secrets, the chaos, they needed to reaffirm their love. The Forrester chapel was booked. Invitations printed. Their closest friends gathered. Ridge would walk Steffy down the aisle. Caroline, Pam, and the whole inner circle would be present. Their son would stand as ring bearer. It was perfect. Steffy hovered in the design studio, watching the last adjustments for her gown, white lace, off the shoulder, fitted silhouette, a soft shimmer at the hem. Finn caught her from the doorway and offered his hand. "I love you," he said simply. And she felt the world shift back into place. She thought, maybe this would be the calm, finally. But in the shadows, Luna nursed her resentment. Luna believed that Steffy had already taken so much, Finn's attention, his love, his legacy. And now, his family. Luna refused to accept her role as the other daughter, even if Steffy tried to be kind. When Finn told Luna she'd be welcome at the wedding, Luna's face hardened. "I'll be seen," she told Sheila in a low whisper. "And then we'll see who he loves." Yahoo! Sheila, burdened by guilt and long-standing fear of her own past, tried to rein her in. "You need to go," Sheila begged her. "Celeb dirty laundry." But Luna's mind was set. Wedding or not, it would end with Steffy being displaced. Chapter 3. The Confrontation. It was one of the last rehearsals. The chapel's stained glass filtered sunlight into rainbow patterns across the wood-floored hall. Steffy zipped up her gown in the bridal suite, calm for the first time in weeks. Finn entered with a grin. Rich gave Steffy a gentle nod from across the room. Everything looked right. Then Luna appeared. She did not knock. The door slid open, and Steffy's heart lurched. "Hi, Steffy," Luna said, smiled, and then let that smile fade. "I came for a walkthrough." Steffy forced politeness. "Of course. You're welcome." But when Luna's eyes swept the room, they didn't rest on the flowers or the aisle. They searched Steffy. "Beautiful dress," Luna said. "It suits you. Finn must love it." Steffy responded softly, "Thank you. He does." Luna's voice dipped. "Does he still love me?" Steffy paused. "Of course he cares for you." Luna's lips twisted. "Cares. Not loves." In that moment, something cracked. Finn entered and looked between them, oblivious to the underside of tension. "Are we ready?" he asked. Steffy offered him her hand. Luna moved aside. As the rehearsal began, it seemed all was fine. The music, Steffy's nerves, Finn's steady presence. But in the audience of one, Luna watched, measuring, angry, hurt. Later that night she slipped out to a deserted car park and dialed a number she shouldn't have called. Chapter 4. Heartbreaking Blows. In the calm after rehearsal, Steffy let herself rest. She lay on the bed, her makeup removed, tapping a quiet rhythm against the pillows. Finn joined her. "There's something I want to say," Steffy said. "I know," Finn whispered. "We're about to renew our vows. I love you more than ever." She smiled, then hardened. "But I can't keep doing this dance with Luna. She's dangerous." Finn sat up. "I know she's upset. But she's my daughter." "Yes, but you're my husband, and we're building a life," Steffy replied. "If she hurts Hayes, I don't know what I'll do." Finn placed his hand on hers. "We're a family. We protect each other." But Steffy's dream cracked later that night when her phone buzzed. A text from Ridge. "Call me now. Emergency." Steffy's blood ran cold. On the line, Ridge's voice was tight. "Steffy, it's Luna." "What about her?" "She's gone to Finn's office, alone. And she has a gun." Steffy's breath caught. She bolted upright. "What?" "It's true," Ridge said. "She got the gun. We don't know what she plans." Steffy fought a flash of panic. Her husband's work office, the building deserted, Finn inside. Their son may be somewhere. "I'm coming," she whispered. She burst out of the mansion into the night. The wedding dress hung untouched. The roses still stood in the vase. But the world felt menacing. Finn's phone rang, but he ignored it. A security alarm in his office pinged. And Luna's silhouette haunted the glass. Steffi found herself at the Cliff House, a remote property the Forresters owned above the coast. Finn and Hayes often retreated there. Ridge, Brooke, and Pam trailed behind. They found the office door forced open, the inside in disarray. Papers scattered. Steffi's eyes fell on a photograph of her and Finn. Luna must have seen it. Then, a shot rang out. The glass shattered. Steffi ducked. Finn grabbed Hayes, pulling him behind a desk. Ridge yelled for Luna to drop the gun. "Don't you come near me." Luna cried. "This is your fault. You took him from me." Steffi's heart pounded. She wanted to run to Finn, but couldn't. She felt the tears rise. Their wedding in hours, and death at hand. Finn stood where he was. Calm. "Luna," he said quietly. "Please put the gun down. This isn't you." Luna's face collapsed with anguish. The gun dropped, but the moment was shattered. Steffi leaned into Finn, holding Hayes tight.